So you came out here to protest the rally day?
I came here to make sure that I'm taken care of.
How long have you been here? Thank you. So again, it's kind of quiet. The tent here is kind of waiting. It seems like people are kind of waiting for the next shoe to drop or something with the police and just taking pictures.
Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that
they're moving back again. Excuse me.
Kind of an understatement on everyone's part. Chaotic scene with thousands of protesters running and trampling each other. And then people went back and had their hands up. And still, I think there was maybe 2 people that threw water bottles. Again, water bottles to police that are decked out in full riot gear. And so after that, they started firing flashbangs and rubber bullets and more pepper spray that went over the entire crowd.
Yeah, I came in right as that. I got here. I got out of the rally.
Yeah, it was right after the rally.
Police grabbed me and were like, "You're arrested." But then I moved back, and then they started throwing the tear gas and shit, or whatever it was. So then they moved back. So it looks like there's more getting out of there.
All I can say is I was in Charlottesville, and there's today. This is what happened in Charlottesville. Mind-blowing. You know, I was live streaming for more than an hour. I think it was about 45 minutes to an hour where literal neo-Nazis and white supremacists were fighting with weapons and police just stood by. Meanwhile, people were peacefully protesting on their side of the barricade tonight. And this was the response. It was very peaceful.
So you can see here the police line has moved back. Some more officers are getting out of vehicles. They're, can't tell if they're getting bigger. They're taking their shields off. So looks like it's quieted a lot. Again, if you're just joining us, we're down here in downtown Phoenix, where police are coming out here.
Get notified. So hit the subscribe button and the notification.
Looks like the and they need to disperse, or they would shoot tear gas and arrest them. So they dispersed, and the police backed up. Traffic looked like it's starting again. It was right here when a few cars got hit with tear gas bombs or something earlier. Roll out now. So I just meant, yeah.
Do you have a Pro charger?
Yes. Or no, I have a MacBook Air.
So not putting your lighting on. I didn't bring my charger. I'm like, I'm not even gonna use my computer. Now I want to upload footage.
I have a really long Periscope stream we can use. This is my second one. So I'm going to check back in. I interviewed this guy earlier. Hey, we chatted earlier. You're still here. I was wondering if you could kind of give us an update of what's been going on.
I think it's cooled down. People are getting in the street. That's why they keep coming back. It's like, I'm just here, like I said, transfer the message. And I'm ready to go eat some food.
Yeah. How do you feel about what happened?
I didn't really like it. I wish that, like, they wouldn't have had a shot. I wish people didn't throw water bottles. Like, they throw water bottles at police officers. Like, of course, it's gonna cause problems. So.
Yeah. So you did see people throw water bottles?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you have footage. I mean.
I didn't get footage of it, but I've had people telling me. I saw like one or two people, but I meant to like start this whole thing.
No, it was pretty bad. Even to the point where some of those bottles, they're like throwing them from back there, and there's people here.
Yeah.
Consider the same side, I guess you could say. Like.
Gotcha. So, what was your name again?
Zion.
Zion, that's right. And you got here what time?
Like 6:30.
6:30. Okay, yeah. That's kind of when things started going off, right? Yeah. Or the counter protest side. Got it. Yeah, and it also seems like people just kind of joined in to like be here.
See, that's what always happens.
Yeah.
I came to a vigil last year that went off like this too, and at first it was just calm and peaceful, but there's like. With the peaceful aspects and say things like shoot the police, which I don't agree with at all. And I just like to see it, just be message being spread. I wish people would be a little more unified when they come to things, because there's more arguments back here amongst everyone here than, the police are trained to be organized. I feel like if people are trained to be organized, did it in a cordial way,
Do you think the police response was warranted?
Not entirely, no. I saw a woman get like pepper sprayed point blank. I don't think she was doing anything wrong at all. And people were running up to try and help her because she tripped, and then they pepper sprayed those people too. And it was just like, I thought it was kind of messed up.
Right. Thanks, Zion.
Yeah, no problem.
Can I see your sign again? People wanted to see what it said. Are you from Phoenix?
No.
Where are you from?
I was born in Japan.
Born in Japan. And do you live here now, though, or?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So have you seen? You said you saw something like this, or at a vigil, or?
It's like a rally.
A rally. So have you seen police kind of in Phoenix respond to something like this at this capacity before?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It was actually. I'd say it was worse last time. It was worse. Yep. It was pretty bad.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you chatting with me again. It's nice to see you.
Of course. Have a great night.
You too. Okay, so the police look like they've basically pieced out here. Counter protesters are also dispersing, crossing the street.
Hey, don't rattle them! Don't rattle! Don't rattle! Don't rattle! Don't rattle them!
Looks like kind of attack. I don't know what they're
Start
doing.
rattling them. They're going to be coming towards us. Trust me. They go after the CIA. After one of their own, they'll probably go after me too. Why are you guys not protecting us?
What are you talking about?
Talking about?
What are you talking about? You're not saying anything that makes any sense.
Yeah, I am. Well, you want bloodshed down here?
No, I don't.
No?
At all.
Trust me, a lot of things have to do with the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. They supposedly are in control of the United States, but they're not. There's nothing.
The traffic is kind of starting again out here. Let's see what the Trump supporter thinks about this. Hey, you're still here.
Yep.
What do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah, just kind of what went down.
It started off pretty peaceful, just like everybody wanted to be. It's just peaceful. And then when you figure out that when you throw stuff at police and they start throwing stuff back, I think they never got a message that they should probably stop.
Yeah, here, I'm going to move you out of the street just in case something happens. There you go. What was his name again?
Kyle.
Kyle, that's right. So, sorry to interrupt you. You were saying?
History repeating itself. They kept on repeating themselves, like
Rally earlier?
no, I was late to it.
You were late to it?
I was.
So kind of seeing what all happened down here?
Yeah, just getting both sides.
Yeah. And what do you think of this side?
I mean, I don't agree with them, but I don't have a problem with them either.
What did you see? What did you witness from both sides? That's probably a better, way to say it, right?
Yeah.
From a 15-year-old
Conservative side,
Are you his dad? Oh, cool. Okay.
water bottles were kept in hands, and nothing was being thrown. And then I come to the Democratic side, and I see a lot more violence when they claim that they had peaceful protests, and they're asking what they did wrong.
So you're 15, right? Gotcha. And what do you think of the police response?
People are asking to shoot them in the head. I mean, I think maybe they shot a little much tear gas, but that's about it. Message across. I mean, everybody.
From the Phoenix area, you're his dad. You said. What do you think of what you saw on both sides today? I've been here since I think like 1:30, and I attended the rally and then got out.
So for me, really, it was an opportunity to bring him down and let him make his own decisions, one side or the other, right? He's 15. It's an impressionable time in his life. And so we spent probably, I think, pretty close to probably 60% of the time on the anti-Trump side, probably 40% of the time on the Trump side. And so really it's about that education. I think it's important for children to make their own decisions, not just follow in their parents' footsteps. They need to make their own decisions. It was a good opportunity, good learning experience for them.
Did you say that you were a Trump supporter, or
I am.
Gotcha.
You know, one of the things we talked about on the way down is kind of what we thought we might see, and even people before things got out of hand with pepper spray and what have you. We were on the anti-Trump side, if you will, and people were polite, say excuse you and be polite. And people were pretty polite. It wasn't until after the fact when people started saying, real derogatory stuff towards him because of his shirt and whatever. And, we had some girl that said some really derogatory things. And all of a sudden we said, wait a minute. I thought you just said you love everybody. It was just a moment ago, it was middle fingers and F you and this and that. And interestingly, they actually pulled him aside and said, look, we're really sorry for our behavior. And you know what? We all make mistakes, right? We've got to be quick to forgive and give a little bit of grace.
All right, it looks like something's happening here again. The protesters have gathered, counter-protesters have gathered on the side. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Bye, Kyle. So, police are moving traffic through again. It seems like it's really quieted down. I wouldn't say there's a large group left, maybe medium-sized compared to what occurred earlier. I'm going to cross the street here. Thank you. Oh, you crossed. Thank you. So I'm going over here to the what's left of the counter protest of the Trump rally.
Yes, you're on, guys.
I was surprised at how quickly, and I've said that many times, how quickly it ramped up.
We got angry, and then everything happened. We said we got angry.
I was very surprised at how quickly it ramped up. I've seen a lot of these things.
So you just portray the news the right way.
Hey, it's the news how it should be, though. Don't be putting some false ass shit on there.
So I guess you guys are just joining me. I'm in downtown Phoenix, where there was quite a scuffle between Riot Police and anti-Trump crowd about an hour, so over an hour ago. A big swath of Riot Police came out shooting some tear gas, pepper bomb thing, some rubber bullets. So this is kind of like the aftermath of, I don't know what this. Who is this?
I'm trying to fucking he's a prick.
You have hate in your heart and you're a fascist.
Hey, bro.
It's not your city anymore, buddy. I'm sorry.
You should, bro. You should. Why should I care about that? One of these days you're gonna get your ass kicked. Yeah, not by me, but by someone. Hey, what are you going there, buddy? Get the fuck out of here.
Who was that?
What?
Who was that?
I don't know. It was some random Trump. I guess. I don't know. He was just a random Trump guy.
Why were people yelling at him?
Because he started saying some negative stuff about our actions, and I mean, it's our right to protest. We did it peacefully, and he's over here like destroying our.
It was angry and hateful. It wasn't. It was a peaceful protest.
Well, I heard and saw some, the water bottle thing.
Someone threw 2 water bottles and they tear gassed us. They shot rubber bullets at us. I saw someone get maced going around helping people out of the tear gas. They maced.
I did see that too.
Helping someone. They were just shooting at people indiscriminately, macing people indiscriminately. It's fucked up.
So a smaller crowd here. This is our yeah. Hey, are you peacing out?
Yeah, I'm ahead.
Yeah. How was your experience here?
It was good.
Yeah.
It's nice to talk to a couple of guys the last 45 minutes. It's nice to be able to talk to one another. Different, there's things that I disagreed on, things he disagreed on, things we both agreed on. It goes both ways.
Yeah. Could you sign up just to? There we go. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah. I talked to you a few times earlier, so it's definitely quieted down. And did you think the police response was warranted?
Was worrisome?
Warranted?
No, I believe it's completely unnecessary. That's why I was out here.
Yeah.
Even though I supported him, I'm against what is happening here tonight. I'm against racism. It's like I mentioned before.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into detail.
What was your? Right, and you're 19?
22.
22, okay. My bad. All right, where are you from again?
Phoenix, Arizona.
That's right, okay. Thank you so much, Austin.
Respect that. You were respectful, bro. That was good.
All right, bye, Austin. Yeah, I talked to that guy a few times before he was here since the beginning as a Trump supporter.
Pepper spray balls and also rubber bullets. That was the big
Again, if you're just joining me, I'm here at the what's left of the counter protest, the Trump rally, downtown Phoenix, where Riot Police sprayed counter protesters with tear gas and some pepper spray thing, rubber bullets after some protesters threw water bottles at them. It's totally mellowed out now and traffic started again. Been out here for about almost 2 hours at this counter protest.
There's not even that much people out there. The media's making it look like it's a big riot or something. It's really
it's really small.
Yeah, that's like literally the news is saying like this is like people are going ridiculously crazy and whatnot. It's really not.
Yeah, because even earlier, I want to say maybe.
Earlier was peaceful. I was out here earlier and like people are actually just marching peacefully. This is actually much more people than I thought it was.
How long have you been out here?
Well, I was out here earlier when Trump was actually here.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah, I've been here since 6.
And then I went to school and back, so I'm just coming back right now.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I've been here since 6. And I mean, when the water bottles got... people shouted, like, stop doing that.
When people were like, oh yeah, the KKK here, and this is here, and whatever, I was like...
There were like 20 Antifa people, I think. But...
Yeah.
Right.
This is,
rocks. It wasn't rocks.
Some people are saying that there weren't throwing rocks.
There were half-full water bottles. Like that.
Yeah. There was no rocks there. Let's keep going. There was no rocks.
All right, I think we're going to wrap it up here. There's nothing else really happening. Again, thank you guys for joining me. Been here for Speed News all day. Came out of the Trump rally about 8:30. Things had started intensifying on the counter-protest side, and then the police started
now, is there anything you guys hope particularly President Trump will talk about?
Police and riot gear started pushing the protest side back and throwing tear gas and stuff. I was very much in the middle of, and said it was an unlawful assembly. So anyway, that was to recap, kind of
like the Charlotte
mellowing out
like,
here and getting back to normal.
Try to like reach out a little more to the other side? Is that you're hoping will happen?
No doubt. Well, he's not the racist that people think he is. I'm kind of tired of the media distorting that.
So you want him to do something to let people see that he's not the racist that people...
Without a doubt, yes.
Exactly. And yourself, Mark, anything you're hoping he talks about today?
I'd just like to see him hammer home with his agenda that got him elected. I'd really like to hear him touch on health care, because that's really key, and the Republicans have been altering. And for us as voters, it's really frustrating that we see Republicans not getting
Andrew, I'm going to cut. Are you done?
And it's really what we need. We need some unity on our side so that he can move forward with his agenda.
Now, speaking of unity on your side, on the Republican side, I heard a lot of people in line today, Arizonans, complaining about Jeff Flake and John McCain. Do you think, among Republicans in Arizona, is there a lot of people? Is that?
I want this. So I have my own health insurance, and it's $890 a month, and my deductible is $6,600. I promise, if either one of them had to pay the health insurance I have to pay, they would change Obamacare in a second. So yeah, I'd like to see both of them go. The fact that McCain voted it down is shocking to me, especially in our state. 1,000% increases or 100% increases in health care. It's ridiculous.
And do you think there's a chance that Jeff Flake is beatable by another Republican in this coming up election?
I think with the bully,
the congressman not willing to go that far, at least at this point. Send it back to you guys in studio.
All right, Derek, thank you very much. Our Mike Watkis also out there 2 hours now after that rally wrapped up. Mike, a lot of activity out there on the streets. Finally, kind of coming to an end as this crowd has thinned out significantly.
He promised that, repeal.
Yeah, we're happy to report, Heather, that the crowd here at Van Buren and Central, first of all, traffic is flowing, the light rail is moving. Most of the police vehicles have now left this location, and we probably don't have 50 people still, maybe 40 people on the various corners of this intersection, but for a while this was really sort of the epicenter, completely closed. The grenades and the gas bin, this location a little further closer to the convention center when we first saw it, when it all started this evening. But again, the good news is it really looks like they're on top of this. Most of the crowd dispersed. The traffic is once again flowing, and this has been a memorable night here in the Million. And certainly we're going to have to see exactly how it all went down, but really something I don't think I'm ever going to forget.
Yeah, Mike, and again, we're showing our viewers just some dramatic video of that one protester when he went up and kicked that can of gas back toward police, and then he got shot by a pellet gun by police as they were continuing marching toward the protesters trying to clear the streets.
As powerful as we watch this video of what went down earlier, as shoulder to shoulder in riot gear, these Phoenix police officers taking care of business in downtown Phoenix today, keeping peace, preserving people's First Amendment rights, but also making sure that people stayed safe down there and doing everything they could to disperse the crowd in an effective and immediate way. Our Donna Rossi happens to be on the opposite end of where we found our Mike Watkis and Derek Stahl. She was where things remained relatively calm as reporters left that rally, and they were met with the protesters holding their signs inside a barrier, shouting at them as they passed through on way to the cars.
Yeah, it was a very interesting dynamic. I think that many people that were watching it happen were expecting something to happen. You see these throngs of people filing out of the convention center, having just been energized by listening to the President of the United States, and they were walking by groups of protesters who were screaming at them, chanting at them, and thankfully things did not turn south here. Things actually went quite smoothly. Everybody was dispersed from the area. The folks who were inside the rally made their way right by protesters, and thankfully while there were verbal altercations, there was no violence. So things were very different on this side of the convention center than they were on the north side of the convention center where Watkis was. We did see one woman being arrested toward the very, very end of the night after police got on their loudspeaker, told everybody it was time to go, asked the crowd to disperse. There were a few dozen protesters still left over here, and there seemed to be